Hi, it's Chester Tugwell from Blue Pecan Computer Training. This video is for complete newbies to pivot tables. Excel 2013 really makes making pivot tables a total cinch. There's two main ways to do this. You don't really need to know anything about pivot tables to use these methods. The first method we're going to look at is a little thing called quick analysis. Now, here's my data. Lots and lots of data here. Thousands and thousands of rows. We want to better analyze it in some way. It's broken down by branch. It's each transaction broken down by branch, product, quantity, and then we've got some revenue. So we might want to analyze this table using a pivot table. So without any real knowledge of what a pivot table is or how it works or anything like that, what I can do is just select my table, click into any cell, Control A on my keyboard, and you'll notice down here I've got this little quick analysis tool. Now I click on this, I go to tables here, and then what it's going to do is give me these little buttons. I hover over them, and you can see what it's done. So it's broken down revenue by branch. Click across here, I can see revenue by product. Go across here, I've got various different calculations that I can see. Some of them are counting quantity, some of them are adding up revenue. Lots of different calculations that we can use. If I want to go for one, I just click on it. It creates the pivot table for me. Let's look at another example. Got this data here, got branch, product group, customer type and revenue. Let's see what happens if I use quick analysis to create pivot tables on this one. Control A, go to my quick analysis tool, go to tables. Let's hover over these, see what it does. So it breaks down the revenue by branch, then by product group, then by customer type. And then I've got some averages and some other calculations. Click on the option I want, and it creates the pivot table for me. So that's just one way of creating pivot tables really easily. Another way, I'll just get back to my original data, is to use on the Insert tab on my ribbon the Recommended Pivot Tables button. I click on that. It's going to bring up similar sort of thing, just a kind of different interface really. I can go through here. I've got sum of revenue there, sum of price, probably not as useful there. What else have I got? Sum of quantity, that type of thing. Again, I could just, maybe that one's the most useful, sum of revenue by branch. Click on OK. It creates the pivot table. Let's do that on the second one we looked at. Click into the data, go to Insert, Recommended Pivot Tables, and you can see I've got a similar type of thing. I can do it by branch, sum of revenue by branch, by product group, or by customer type. Click on OK. I've got my pivot table. Now to go any further in terms of formatting or to adjust your pivot table in any other way, you're going to have to learn a little bit more. But you can see that it has become really, really easy to create pivot tables, just a few clicks using either the quick analysis tool or your recommended pivot tables button. Okay, thank you for listening.